Hey everybody, Motorport 59 here. Talk a little bit about good news and bad news. Uh, I cannot remember, and I don't watch mainstream media anymore. I come across uh, clips and blurbs of it every once in a while because it can't be avoided, but I usually don't pay any attention to it because screw the mainstream media. Everybody knows what they're up to. But my wife does watch mainstream media, and she does watch these Datelines and 24 and all these. I call it her murder porn, and she watches. I don't know. She just watches stuff that I don't. Where all that news is concerned, and I can't remember the last time that I saw her watching a program, whatever it was, that was about anything good that happened. They're all about murders and tragedies, and I always tell her, oh, this is pretty interesting. No, not to me it isn't. I don't find other people's tragedies interesting. I don't find them entertaining. I don't, my mom was killed in a car wreck when a cop ran a red light going 85 miles an hour, and if they would have ever come to me and said, hey, we want to make a video about this, I would never have given them permission to do it, and neither would have my sister or anyone else in my family. I don't think that's entertaining. I don't think it's interesting. The only time something like that might be okay is if doing that might help find a person at large. But most of the stuff I see, the people have already either been arrested. This is a case, it's closed. It's just a story about the tragedy. And when you're watching the news, I don't remember, even back when I did watch the news 10, 15 years ago, you never heard good news. Nobody talked about the good things that happened. All you ever heard about was the bad things that happened, about the deaths, about the fires, about the earthquakes. You never, and how everything was devastated and all these people. You never heard about the people who were able to survive something, or somebody who had something good come out of one of those things. You just never heard about that. And that's because good news doesn't sell. Nobody cares about good news. On my other YouTube channel, on Mark Clay McGowan, the Railroading channel, what videos do you think get the most views? The derailments, the chaotic things that happen around railroading, the videos about the days when 3 or 4 trains were broken down, and all the things and all the work that had to go on to get those things working again. People, it's clickbait. Yeah. I mean, I don't use clickbait. My videos speak for themselves. Here's some trains going by. Here's a derailment. I don't say, oh, here's a derailment, and then show trains just going by. I don't lie about what's on my videos. Some people do, and it is clickbait, and it's pretty common. But there's an old song, and I don't know if Johnny Cash wrote it. I just remember it from my childhood, and I think it's just called Bad News. And it's bad news travels like wildfire, good news travels slow. They all call me Wildfire because everybody knows I'm bad news. And that's true. If you do hear a good story, say on sometimes your local station will do some human interest story about something good that happened, a dog rescue or an animal rescue or something. But it doesn't go anywhere. It doesn't get picked up on the do they even still have the AP wire? It doesn't get picked up on the streaming services. It doesn't get picked up, and it rarely goes outside your local area. But let someone in your local area have an altercation with a cop, whether he gets shot or hit over the head with a billy club or whatever, and the next thing you know, they're reporting on it in London. The Guardian, when my mother was killed and we were going through that case, The Guardian came and interviewed us just about what we thought about what had happened. The Guardian is a very liberal news source. I didn't realize how much so until that interview, and they were trying to dig out our feelings. And I want to talk about my feelings about what had happened. I wanted to talk about the facts of what had happened and what we could do to possibly change keep that from ever happening again. But I don't know. I never saw the story. I didn't read it. I was kind of annoyed about the whole thing. So I'm sure that when it did get reported, all that was reported was the bad parts of it. If it ever got reported, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't report it. But that's the way it works. Nobody cares about good things happening to people. They really don't. I shouldn't say nobody. I care about it. I like to hear stories with happy endings, and the dog got rescued from the raging river, and the kid got saved from the burning house. I like those kind of stories, and I like heroic stories. But most people don't seem to, because if they did, that's what they'd be showing all the time. So the next time that one of you, no matter which side of the aisle you're on, start complaining about what we have to watch, we don't have to watch it. Stop watching it. Stop watching it. Stop talking about it. And it'll change. When people start caring more about good news than they do about bad news, they'll start reporting good news again. But right now, things are so divided that it's hard to really pull any good news out of anything anymore. And that's a whole nother video. All right, that's all I got to say. What do you think? You think bad news travels like wildfire the way I do? All right, let me know in the comments below. See you later.